I would love if every senior pastor was required to serve 1 year as a youth pastor.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Just,
I agree.
I mean, I did that for 18 years, and last month I had someone say that didn't know me, new to the church, said, "You teach like you're a youth pastor," from up front. And I said, "Thank you. I'll take that as a
Was that a
compliment."
compliment?
Yes, that's how I think it was, and I turned it into
Okay.
that. But how
It sounds like it to
critical.
me. Sounds like a compliment. I don't know.
That's, yeah. How it would just shape our thinking as lead pastors, senior pastors, if we
Yep.
lived that experience. The two verses that have for decades now have shaped my perspective of ministry, and one of them came from Pastor Cal that you mentioned earlier, is Judges chapter 2 verse 10. Here's the negative side. Judges 2:10. Joshua is buried, all of his buddies are buried, and it says the next generation neither knew who God was or what he had done.
Ooh,
Right.
yeah.
And we
Yeah.
get the book of Judges. Enough said, right? I mean, it's just, man, incredible. From that, Moses had a Joshua, but Joshua, in him being the lead pastor, somehow, and all that, he's the conqueror, he's the general, he's doing everything to divide the land. Somewhere in that process, he forgot that he needed a Joshua. He forgot the youth. He forgot the young men, training them for, when he was gone. The other verse is 2 Timothy 2:2, and that came into my life through
Yes.
Pastor Cal, where Paul tells Timothy, all
Yes.
these things that you've seen and heard in me,
Yeah.
find faithful men and pass it on to them with the intent they would pass it on to others as well. And I would suggest that that's youth ministry.
Yes.
Right.
That
Agreed.
you're engaging kids, and you're loving on them, and you're spending time together, and you're discipling them, where they're at. But in that process, you're looking for fruit of the young men and young women that of faithfulness, and then you give them even more discipleship, if you will, with the intent that they're going to pass it on to others.